So our friends over at the National Real Estate Post talked about texting campaigns last week, and for some reason, it was met with quite a bit of opposition. I got some of you wondering, how would this work? How would you do it? How often would you do it? And what would the text look like? Well, good questions, and let's talk about this for a second. And before you go all Lindsay Lohan on me, let me just say this. Phones aren't just phones anymore. I remember 20 years ago people said in the future you won't need to leave your house to go shopping. You will do it on your TVs. Well, here we are 20 years later, and we're shopping on our phones.
Our phones are everything to us these days. They're GPSs, they're iPods, they can email, they're like a computer. Oh, fun fact here. Did you know your iPhone has more computing power than the computers that put the first NASA rocket into space? It's just crazy. Anyways, our phones are TVs now, they're telephones, they're our cameras, video cameras, and finally, our communicating device via text.
It just seems irresponsible to me to ignore the most used item in the free world. Shouldn't we at least think about the opportunities presented by these great devices?
After all, 52,000 texts are sent every second. I wonder if we could turn one of those into a transaction. We talk a lot about going where the fish are, maximizing your efforts with a pond full of fish. In other words, going where the eyes are. Marketing is all about capturing the eyes, and I think it's safe to say mobile devices are definitely where the eyes are.
So how do we get into your client's pants? Not like that, like this. Our take, small and tasteful. Realtors, let's start with you. Couple of thoughts. Everybody wants to ask for the referral after the transaction is done, and I get why, but what about asking for the referral during the transaction while the juices are pumping and the buzz and the momentum are flowing your way? How about this? We call it the stat ask. Not really, I just made that up.
Text Sally with an update. Hey Sally, insert update here. Oh, by the way, I will be super busy over the next couple of weeks ensuring a successful close for you. In the meantime, do you know any friends or family that could benefit from my services?
Now a couple of things here. This isn't sent from an auto poster or some software. This is actually sent and written by you, tastefully. You capitalize on the buzz and introduce the question during a feel-good moment. I don't think that's abrasive. It's not a mass text, it's a personal text designed to help you get referrals.
What about a hot property that you might be listing soon? This text again is written by you, possibly send it to your top 30, 40 trusted friends, family, and clients saying, hey guys, here's a hot property that I'm about to list. Great price too. Let me know if anyone you know is interested.
Now one thing I know about Americans, we love to kick tires. In other words, we like to dream of what could be. We do it at car dealerships, we do it when we look at celebrity style homes or watching TV or in a magazine. I don't think this text campaign will be met with too much opposition. I think this actually could work if, and big if you do it tastefully and periodically, like once a quarter. Keep this in mind with all your marketing. Very important and contrarian thinking here, but I promise you it works. Less is more. Do not train your clients to tune you out. I do not agree with the bazillion touch program. You end up training your clients to tune you out. And if it's not interesting to you, it's not interesting to them. Same goes for your Facebook post. You don't have to post something every single day. What you're doing is training your clients to tune you out. You did that, not them. After all, if you scaled back and only sent a few items that you were proud of, they would be trained to think, oh, so-and-so doesn't post a lot of emails or Facebook stuff or actually snail mail stuff. Maybe this is actually worth reading, and they'll probably open it. Now don't get all mad at me now, think about it. It makes sense and you know it because you do the same thing to the girl on Facebook that makes about 33 posts every day about her cat. You tune her out. Jeez, 33 touches, that's a lot. Anyways, that's for another show. Let's get back on track.
Sending a text once a quarter, either capitalizing on a status update or a hot property. How about a text once a quarter talking about the market and how it's really a great time to list a house? Could work. What about lenders? Can this work for you too? Well, similar thought here. Keep it tasteful, keep it targeted.
You too can do the stat ask. Sorry, I know that's a stupid name. But anyways, you can also give a status update on how their loan's proceeding, followed by, do you know anyone that could benefit from my services type thing?
Or how about market updates as well, but instead of looking for good home sellers, looking for good potential refi clients.
Or how about teaming up with your realtor and sending out his or her hot properties? I'm sure the realtors would love you for that. It's a simple text with a picture and a link to the property saying, hey, my friend's selling a hot property, take a look. Let me know if you or someone you know is interested. Simple stuff here. Tasteful, targeted, and timed strategically.
We're not saying this is the end-all be-all, but what if you tried this with only 30 clients and sent only 4 texts through the year? Only 1 a quarter. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be annoyed with a single text every 3 months.
Think about it, that's 120 more hooks cast for business this year that you didn't have last year. Or maybe you did, it was just in a different manner. Just a thought. I think Frank and Brian are right on at least starting the dialogue about texting campaigns. I'm not sure why it was met with so much opposition, but I for one think it can work. You know, you couple that with all the other marketing strategies that you're employing, could work. I could be wrong though. What are your guys' thoughts? Share them with the RE Source Nation down below. Good, bad, or indifferent, and we'll see you next week.